Alright y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's Alex with Plants and Paws, and we are repotting my melanochrysum. This poor little baby I got from Ecuagenera, and yeah, it's looking a lot better than it was after I first potted it up. It was looking just fine when it landed in my home, and then I put it in water to let it kind of rehydrate the roots and all of that, and then after a little while I potted it up because, you know, they come bare root, and this thing has been driving me crazy ever since. It used to be this big long thing. It was beautiful, and now it's this okay, and this, which has gone through the sphagnum moss into the soil that I put in the bottom of this little propagation box I made. So there's that piece in here, and this piece, which has literally done jack shit. Very disappointed in it. It does have what appears to be a growth point, just not a very active one. It's looked like that since I chopped it. In here I also have my last little piece of Hoya curtisii, which is also not really doing a whole lot. It's grown a couple of new roots, but honestly I'm not holding my breath on this. I can't let it die if it's not dead. Does that make sense? Anyway, so I'm just gonna let this live back in its little box. I'm gonna put that box back there under the grow light where it lives. And then I'm gonna make sure this has been filming properly the whole time. I have determined that we're doing all right. This is my vessel of choice. I don't have a whole lot of soil, so I'm a little nervous about this project. Let's see. Okay, we got plenty. It's gonna be fine. Great, so this melanochrysum, like I said, came from my very first Ecuagenera order ever. I think I'm gonna chop this one. This node isn't doing anything, and honestly it can do nothing in my propagation box. Harsh truth. And then of course I think this leaf is gonna die soon, but I don't feel like leaving this one up to its own devices quite yet. So this guy is gonna go in the deepest. And I'm just gonna add a little soil. So I have heard that the verrucosum transports way worse than like most other plants, especially when it's coming from like Ecuagenera or other places. But my Philodendron verrucosum Didn't have that too hard of a struggle. Didn't have that too hard of a struggle. Wow. I have an English degree. Anyway, it didn't have as much of a struggle as this guy. And I don't know why. But the good news is I now have 3 Philodendron melanochrysum plants with the potential for 2 more with those chunks. Obviously I need to water this bad boy in. But that's how it's looking. And I guess this wasn't much of a video, so I will update you guys. Maybe I'll just make it a short. And this was the update. I don't fucking know. Oh, also, update on the planting stuff or water propagating with a epiprenum / pothos leaf. Doesn't really do much. I don't see any reason to do it. I don't think it helped or hurt, but I don't think it helped. And another side note, please just always make sure you're watering your plants very thoroughly. And thoroughly means like this. You should have water coming out the bottom of your pot. And your pot should have drainage. Please have drainage in your pot. Matcha break. Yeah, and for this, since I don't want them to be shocked going into soil, I'm just gonna water them really, really well. And I'm probably gonna water them sooner than I normally would. This mix doesn't feel like it has a whole lot of soil in it. I think it's mostly orchid mix and orchid bark, which will be fine. It'll be fine. I'll just have to water it more often than I would like. Luckily, this is not, well, this piece was living under a grow light, but these 2 larger pieces were not living under a grow light, so hopefully it'll be fine. Yeah, thanks for watching this very short video. Please let me know if you have any questions about the little asshole known as my Philodendron melanochrysum. And oh no, problems, first world problems. Clearly I should have put them closer together, and these leaves are too long for the pot, which I also should have realized. What a dork you are, Alex. Cool. So melanochrysum is gonna switch places with this, whatever the heck it's called. This plant I don't even want anymore. It used to be a Dieffenbachia, and now it's just this ugly green thing. Yes. You are going to live up there gently. To live down there. Oh, and then of course my melanochrysum. My Philodendron gloriosum is doing this weird shit. Like, why? Just unfurl. Fuck. What is this nonsense? Anyway, I hope my Philodendron melanochrysum will be happy over here for the time being. I might switch it with this stramanthe. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. Oh, and my varicosum that I promised was doing nice, good things for me. Look at that stem. It's got 2 growth points here, although that one I think is just over it. So this one is what we're going to focus on. And this one, if it ever does anything ever again. It tried for a minute and then stopped. And then there's this node, which is doing zilch. Anyway. That to be nice. Well, it ain't cute, but we tried. Wondering if I should switch the anthurium, which is still growing this new leaf apparently, because it's not quite as big as it's supposed to be yet, I think. Hard to tell since they're growing in opposite directions though. Oh, and in case you're wondering, this is the same sphagnum moss that I rehydrated in that short a couple months ago, and it is still going strong. It's even growing new spag. Right here you can see that it's green here. That is where it, because this was actual live sphagnum moss at one point. I guess the spores, once you rehydrate and give them light and humidity and whatnot, they actually regrow. And I think that's rad. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video and you want to catch up, you can watch my last video here and the video that is most suited to you here. Okay. Cheers!